Hey man, I'm here with Chris from Station. Chris, good to see you again.
Thanks for
brother.
having me.
Yeah, man, I shake your hand, but my mic's in the way there.
Nah, that's okay.
And make sure to turn it off. Look at that. So, hey, so this is almost like a pre-Rocklahoma thing tonight, isn't it? Like a lot of you bands are in Rocklahoma.
4 of us are. It's us, Wicked, Nasty Habit, and Black Tora. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, Nasty Habit's tour to Rocklahoma starts tonight. So
awesome,
been
man.
doing that.
So, hey, listen, we've been big fans of you guys since the first time we saw you, whatever little music festival that was down there in Glen Burnie or somewhere a while ago. I think that's where we saw you first.
Maybe Ellicott
City.
Oh yeah, Ellicott City. Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about. People are gonna look at you and they're looking at an old guy like me. She can see my gray hair tonight. And
First time I noticed it.
We really see a lot of '80s style in your band. A lot of that sound and influence. Is that a fair comparison, or do you guys not like that comparison so much?
Oh, I mean, you can call it what you want. I mean, I think that our music sounds like us, but I mean, we love bands from the '80s. We love bands from the '70s, the '60s, so we kind of take it from everywhere. But I mean, yeah, I look like this, so I have to have something going there from the '80s. But yeah, I mean, a lot of '80s bands influence us tremendously, so it's fair.
Now, so I learned on the web today, just by talking to you from Minsko, you've got a new album that's coming out real soon. So tell us all about it.
Well, I don't know what's coming out, but we're still recording it. We'll be recording it until the end of May. We've been in the studio about a month already. And the day after we get out of the studio, then we're going to Rocklahoma, do a 2-week tour around, I want to say the U.S., but like kind of going halfway through the U.S. and coming back. And then we'll come back and we'll start mixing it and everything like that. So it's cool.
So how's that album going to compare to Wired? Is it going to have a very similar sound, or is it a departure at all?
I mean, it's going to sound like us. I mean, they're still our same songs. I mean, but it's got a lot of material on it. And the biggest difference between that and Wired is that, Wired is 4 songs, and in terms of the cross section of what I like to think Station is, this is going to be more representative. It's very hard to pick 4 songs and say this is what we sound like. So this is going to be a little closer to say this is Station.
Now, speaking of that, one of my favorite tunes on the EP is the ballad. Now, do you guys have a ballad, or have that not been decided yet on the album?
Oh, are you kidding me? We have more ballads than we have to do with. That's actually a legitimate problem of ours sometimes, is that we love ballads too, but you can't have like 9 ballads on a 10-song disc. So, ballads everywhere, but it's definitely well-tempered. You've got your mix of rock, you've got your mix of ballads. It's like an album should be, in my opinion. Like the way they started making them, from like 55 on. So
So hey, one of our mottos is changing the world through rock and roll here at Midway Rockies. And you guys did something really special today. I got to give a shout out to you guys for stopping in on a friend of ours. Can you tell us how your visit went today?
It was cool. We visited a friend of ours who is not feeling very well, and we were coming down here and we knew she lived on the way, so we just kind of pulled in, which was a bit of an issue because we have a bus. But after we figured out how to get in there, we got out, we played her a couple of acoustic songs, played her some songs that people really don't know, which is cool. And then we gave her a shirt. Tonight is the first ever night Station has shirts.
Oh,
so
wow.
She's the first person to have a shirt.
How awesome.
So.
And
Even for me.
I gotta give a shout out to your band too, man, because one of the marks of a great band for me, and I hope this comes off right, because we see bands all over the country, and some nights the house is packed. Like tonight, we had an opportunity one night to see you when the house wasn't so packed, but you guys brought the same show, and like for us, that is always the mark of a good band. Is when if there's 5 people in the house or hundreds like there are tonight. Talk about like your philosophy.
At the end of the day, we really just like to play music. So to be honest with you, yeah, it feels great when there are a lot more people, but we just have fun. And you might notice if you ever do see us when we're in like an unfortunate situation where there might not be someone in the crowd because of something. Like we once played in New York City at 2:30 in the morning because of a failed after party somewhere, and we ended up playing for like 2 people. We had a great time because like you'll notice that's when we start saying like let's try something. You know what I mean? I think we broke into like a Zeppelin song or something. So I mean that's cool. I mean, we just have a good time. So.
What totally impressed me when I saw you do that, I saw a band request a song between sets that you guys didn't know, and I watched.
Oh,
you guys
you're talking about that Jimmy Joy show?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we had also an ice storm or something.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
it was ugly. But what impressed me the most was I watched you say, "I'll go learn that for you in the next few minutes," and you guys did it. I couldn't believe you pulled it off. I don't even remember what song it was. I don't know how you did it, but have you guys had the chance? That I don't think you've gotten over to Europe yet, but have you had a lot of interest in Europe in station because that your genre of music is bigger than right now.
I actually wake up and ask myself daily why we don't live in Europe sometimes. Honestly, the international response to station is incredible for us really not knowing how to reach an international market. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's important to be in a band and have a business plan, but at the end of the day, your focus is your music, you put it out there and you see what sticks. When we put out the EP, I mean, our first order was from Hungary. I don't know anyone from Hungary. And I like, but you know, and I feel like a bit of an ass because sometimes when someone's like, you know, from Germany saying like, I love you guys, I'm like, you know, it's like, tell me. And people in Jersey don't know who we are. So, you know, I mean, that's
the
cool.
miracle of the internet.
This one Japanese store bought 30 EPs from us and sold out the day after they received them. And like, I mean, my mom wasn't in Japan, so I don't know how that happened, you know. So, but that was pretty cool.
So, you know, to name drop a few of the guys you all played with, Brett Michaels, Pat Benatar, just to name a few, Vince Neil, 30th Special. Who's been like a mentor in the rock world to you as you've been coming along?
Like a larger artist?
Yeah, like somebody that you've looked up to as you played with all these other huge national
well, I mean, I will say the person that's probably one of the coolest people we played with just recently, some Eric Martin.
Oh yeah.
We played at that metal show live in New Jersey, and Eric Martin was also on the bill, and we talked to him, and he was just a big fan. And we got to play 30 Days in the Hole with him. So there's actually a video of us floating around doing that, and then we got to sing To Be With You. It was really cool. Like the inner music nerd, like kind of jumped out at me. And then of course you've got like Pat over there. It's just like I've got to sing harmony. Yeah, so it was a good thing.
So hey, we're gonna see you guys again down at the Soundwave Music Festival down in Berlin, Maryland. I know there's a ton of great bands on that thing. What else is your summer looking like? Not that this isn't enough, Rocklahoma and everything, the new record, but
well, the record's probably gonna come out later in the year. There's going to be some time between that and release, but the summer is going to see a lot of, I don't want to call them abbreviated tours, but let's call them mini tours. Weekly mini tours that go different places. Like this Rocklahoma tour we're doing, we're going out to Chicago for the first time, and I mean, think of it as like a big week, you know, and we'll come up the East Coast. So what we'll do is we'll probably just revisit the markets as we go through it. So we'll go back to Chicago, do a weekend like Chicago, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and then we'll do maybe out to Dallas. Myrtle Beach is somewhere we love playing. And actually, we were running with Liz in April before from Raleigh. So like, we'll go back to those places because we've only had a taste of them.
So tonight, you mentioned we might hear some new music. So
I think you will.
I wasn't going to demand it, but what kind of songs we're going to hear tonight? Your big ballad guys, we're going to hear the ballads, we're going to hear the heavy ones, or which way do we get to hear?
You'll hear a little of both. We're gonna play for a while. So one of the things we're using the show as for our own selfish purposes is the fact that we are a live band. We are four guys really that like to go out and play music live. We've been in the studio for 2 years, which is great. There has to be some jamming, so you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna hear a lot of stuff. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff that's on the album, some stuff that's not, and you're also going to hear some new stuff from us.
Look, man, I'm looking really forward to your set tonight, and we always love seeing you guys. I can't wait to see you down in Berlin in September. So Soundwave Music Festival will be there.
It's like on the beach.
3 days. It's during bike week, man. Everything's gonna be going crazy down there. So
cool.
Chris from Station, everybody, thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me.